Morning guys, hope everyone's feeling good today. In this video, I'm gonna talk a little bit about progression. I get asked a lot like how I'm able to learn tricks so quickly. So I'm just gonna kind of break that down and my thought process and how I go about it all. So it's kind of a joke I have with my friends. I always use this phrase TPM. It means tricks per minute, or sorry, tries per minute. And when I'm at the skate park and I'm looking around at everyone else, my TPMs are much higher than everyone else. So I pick a trick I want to do and I lock in on it. And I'm trying pretty much rapid fire over and over and over, non-stop for like 2 hours. And sometimes in these videos you see me try tricks and I cut some of the tries out just because I feel like it'll be so much and so repetitive. And maybe that doesn't come across as well in the videos how much I'm actually trying, but I'll put in, non-stop, like panting, no breaks, just like the second I fall, pick up my board, right back up, over and over and over. So I'm getting like, I actually should probably go through the footage and check, but like, we'll say 5 tries per minute, where other people are doing maybe 1 or 2, So I'm like double or triple the rate of a lot of people's attempts at the trick. So naturally I'm just gonna learn faster simply because of the more attempts I'm putting in. So I'm like just learning quicker because I'm figuring out the trick from trying it more, And then on a bigger scale, I'm at the skate park right now, completely empty. That happens all the time. Yeah, I come out in the morning, but even in the afternoons, stuff like that, like people aren't out. The park's empty a lot of the time. I'm here, I see some of the same faces, but like people aren't just really putting in the work, and I mean, maybe they're out in the streets and doing other things. I don't really know, I can't speak for everyone, but I have a pretty good sense of like how much people are skating, and I don't even consider myself that hard of a worker. And the amount I'm at the park and skating is much different than other people. So it's really, to me, simply just a time investment thing. And yeah, you just got to put in the work, put in the time. And when I see people skating at the park, they'll try one trick, probably one they've already done, and then they talk with friends, they stand up on the deck and have a 15-minute conversation, try another one, which is cool. To me, that's just another thing. Like, if I'm trying to learn, I'm trying to learn. I enjoy progressing, I enjoy pushing myself, so that's what I'm focused on doing. Like, I'm out skateboarding. I'll chit-chat later on or after the session, Another thing is the phones. Much more, prevalent now than it was when I was younger, but I see all ages people, they get to the park, try a trick, then they just sit on the bench and they're on their phones, looking down. It's, it's kind of sad, to be honest with you. Just like you're looking probably at skateboarding on your phone, like scrolling on Instagram, and you could literally be doing it just like right in front of you. So I don't know. Yeah, to me, it all boils down to just time invested, and we tend to do everything we can to try to avoid that without noticing we do it. It's like a subconscious thing. Like, yeah, we're just talking, hanging out, or, And I get it. Sometimes you just want to have fun. You want to do the tricks right? But how do you know those tricks? You, at one point, put in the work to learn them. So it's kind of weird. And in skateboarding, we have this sense of like villainizing hard work or people that like train or practice, but at the end of the day, all the tricks you enjoy doing that you think you're just floating around and doing for fun, they got learned by you practicing and putting in work. So I'll never really understand that, but I get asked a lot how I learn quickly, and that's it. To me, it's just I pick a trick and I don't stop until I land it. So yeah, gonna cruise around the park today. You guys have given such good requests for tricks, so I'm gonna mess around with some of them on these little quarter pipes here. They're like perfect for learning tricks on, so let's get into it. All right, a few videos back, I saw a request for a frontside boneless to nose blunt. I'm not really good at frontside bonelesses or bonelesses in general, so This is like the perfect quarter pipe to learn tricks on. Honestly, it might even be a little too small. Sometimes when you have more transition, tricks like that are easier, but I feel safer at learning it on here. So let's see what we can do. Okay. It's kind of hard to get that good scrape on such small transition. Okay, let's try to commit to one. I'm scared to stick this. I don't know why. Okay. Oh, okay, I think I got it. Ow. God, I love concrete. Oh. I was just thinking to myself after locking in last try how fun it was and how good that felt. Oh. That'll put a dent in your TPMs. It's actually a really fun trick. I like that one. I mean, besides the incredibly high slip out factor, but yeah, when you don't fall like that, it feels pretty good. All right, now I'm gonna try to learn switch frontside 5-0 grinds to regular. I do them, you know, regular frontside 5-0s to fakie. Done that forever and never really been able to do it switch. It just feels awkward, something I've always avoided. So let's see if we can get a couple of those. I think I'm getting it. Ow. Trick is all shoulders. You gotta grind the 5-0, but turn the complete opposite direction. In my last video, I talked about how I mastered frontside pivot fakies. I was talking about the 5-0 grind and how I just, you know, dropped the truck down and power slide it in a little bit. I don't have that same control switch to do that power sliding motion. So that's why it's kind of a little harder to come in right now. Okay. Okay. Nice. That was a pretty tough one to get. Because when you do tricks switch differently than you do them regular, you know, like when you do tricks regular or to fakie, you can kind of look backwards. It's like a more comfortable stance. When you switch, you don't do the same thing. You tend to look forward, right? So when I was doing that switch 5-0, when I started unlocking it, I started looking completely backwards, almost like I was doing a regular nose grind, which is just weird and not the same technique I use regular, but it definitely helped. So yeah, always wanted to do that one. Definitely needs some work though. Gotta get it more consistent, but it felt good. Also, just wanted to add one more thing on that point I made earlier about like the tries per minute thing. You know, I come out here early, so no one's here, right? So I can try repetitively uninterrupted. This park actually, I don't know if you could tell, but it kind of has like, it goes one direction, another direction. So if there's even just a few people here, it's just, you're getting significantly less tries in because you guys are all crossing paths. So something else to consider, you know, even if you're really trying to focus, sometimes just depending on what time you show up, it's harder to really put in the work, you know? But yeah, that's it for today's video. Leave a comment, let me know what I should learn in the next one, and I'll see you guys then.